Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. So in this short video, I'm going to be talking about comparing the Redhorn Stonethresher, the brand new Claymore, versus an older Claymore, the Unforged. So let's get to it. Okay, so this video will be super short because the banner already dropped and everyone already did their reviews of this, the bigger channels I mean, and they already pulled for this and they tested it out and all that stuff. This is available on the current Arataki Itto test domain because he's already equipped with it. So it's actually a really amazing and cool looking weapon. I already did a video right before this, but basically I'm going to be skipping that. And this was still in line with my plan for these banners previously, weeks ago. I already did an early thoughts, video basically once these were announced, all right? So I already told you guys my plan, but this is just an update on confirmation of my plan. So let's just quickly go through it individually first. So the Redhorn Stonethresher, as you can see, this is from the banner. So I don't have it, but this is from the banner information. So yeah, at level 1, at R1, sorry, it will have defense is increased by 28%, normal and charge attack damage is increased by 40% of defense. That's the passive. And then, of course, the crit damage here is not showing the final level 90, but the level 90, I think it's like 88% basically, and the base damage is really high as well, or reasonably high. Let me just double check the stats for you. But anyway, basically, this is a really awesome weapon for Arataki Itto and for Noelle, okay? But it's a very specific weapon, as you can see based on the passive. It's a defense scaling weapon. And only currently there are two Claymore users who are also Geo in this case, Itto and Noelle, who do scale off of that. So right now it's really niche, and that's why I'm skipping this weapon, okay? But at its level 90, this will have a 542 base attack and will have 88.2% crit damage, which is super duper high, okay? So again, it's a very niche weapon, so I'm just going to be skipping it. Long story short. Now, I did talk about this as part of my plan, and in my plan, I was planning to potentially pull for Itto. I'm not going to wail for it. I'm not going to spend any money. I'm just going to use whatever wishes I have because I'm very close to Pity, and maybe I'll get him within the next week or so, just by saving up, gems, etc. Right? But anyway, many of you guys who pulled on the Engulfing Lightning Raiden Shogun banner back in 2.1, you may recall that you may have gotten copies, or maybe at least one copy, maybe, or if you were super lucky, you didn't get any of these, and that's fine. But if you were like me and you got one copy at least, like me, the Unforged, then you had this sitting in your inventory for this whole time, and at that time, the Unforged was the third best Claymore in the game. I don't know if, even with the Redhorn now out, if it's still the third best, because the Redhorn is still very niche. There's only 2 characters that can use it. But regardless, I had this already, and because technically I paid for it, for when I went to go get the Engulfing Lightning for my Raiden Shogun, and I got one copy, I recently leveled this up to level 90. So as you can see, I'm not going to read out the whole description, but basically it's a base attack and attack percentage scaling one. It does require you to have a shield on here, okay? And at first people were saying, this is way early thoughts, right? Pre-release, people were saying like, no, like the Unforged is not going to be good for Arataki Itto because he doesn't like, deal with the shield and all that stuff. But as some players have already found out, his rotation and his normal attack and charge attack combination and the way that his stacks build requires him to complete the majority, if not the whole rotation of his attack combination. And he may be or may not be interrupted, depending on, of course, like talents and all that other stuff, right? So it's always better to have a shield on him. And therefore, if he's going to have a shield on him, and many people have already said that having Zhongli in the team with him. Of course, Goro, but then Goro aside, having Zhongli on him would be very helpful. And of course, being Geo, he can proc those little like crystal shields too, but those are useless, to be very honest with you. They break so easily, right? So like, having a really hardy, really strong, the best shielder in the game, basically Zhongli on your side, with teaming him up with Arataki Itto would be very beneficial. So in this case, it works out, in my opinion, where having the Unforged for Itto would be pretty good if you have Zhongli on the team as well. Now, is this Unforged going to be just as powerful as the the Redhorn Stonethresher? No, I can tell you that right now. The Redhorn Stonethresher was designed and made specifically for Itto and Noelle. It's going to be their best in slot 5-star weapon, hands down, okay? Hands down. They're going to get the best damage out of it no matter what because it scales off of their defense stats, right? But the Unforged is not going to be far behind. The Unforged is going to be pretty much like I would say equivalent to like a R5 4-star weapon, 4-star Claymore, or even like maybe even equivalent to or like a lower end version of these 5-star weapons here. You know, the Wolf's Gravestone or the Song of Broken Pines. But at the end of the day, because now I'm no longer like spending on this game and no longer playing this game as much, so I will just give him what I have, which is this basically, and I'm okay with that decision. Okay. So I just want to make that clear here. I'm not saying that this is better than the other one, than the Redhorn Stonethresher, but I am saying that given the fact that in some situations where many of you guys should be in the same boat as me, because Raiden Shogun's banner herself as a weapon, she's the number one highest gross sales character of all time, basically, right? And I would imagine that many people from that period also went hard and heavy for her engulfing lightning, not just for the aesthetics, but also because they want to kit her out, like myself. So by doing that, you risk getting, the Unforged, and that's okay because you know what? I didn't know that Arataki Itto was coming because that was like 2 patches ago, but I knew that at some point somebody was gonna use this sword, this Claymore, and I didn't level it up until recently, but yeah, I literally leveled it up like over the weekend. So it is what it is, and I'm okay to give this to Arataki Itto because I feel like I have found an owner for it. So yeah, stay tuned. I mean, if I don't get Arataki Itto in the end before his banner leaves, that's okay. That's okay. This will just stay in my inventory, and another Claymore user can benefit from it. You know what? I can give it to Noelle. I don't use her, but I could give it to her, right? Or whoever else, right? So it is what it is. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments, though, are you guys going to get the Redhorn for Itto, or are you going to give him some other Claymore? If so, which Claymore are you going to give him? Did you guys get the Unforged like me by losing the 50-50 on the Engulfing Lightning, or did you guys plan to give him another type of weapon? Now, just so we're clear, if we're talking about weapons, he's going to do fine with the majority of the Claymores that you see on this screen. I mean, I don't have all of them in the game, but he'll be fine. Like the Akuamaru is going to be amazing on him, the one that I don't have. Any of these energy recharge ones, because he does have energy issues too, would be fine on him too. Obviously, the 5-star weapons should be fine on him too, but of course, his best in slot will be the Redhorn Stonethresher. But any of these other ones should be fine on him. Like this one, the Blackcliff, is going to be fine with him because it's also a crit damage one, right? The passive may not be fully procced, but you know what? It's not going to be bad on him. The Fish Claymore that we got for free in the event last few patches ago is not going to be bad on him either. So just, again, he'll be fine, okay? But anyway, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the